This was over 100 years ago. The Eiffel Tower built in France. If you build with solid materials, once the overall height exceeds 100 meters, no matter how thick the ground level is, it will be crushed. It's prone to tilt and collapse, so the engineers replaced the material with steel. They first took thousands of metal pipes, welded together, assembled into four giant tower skeleton cores, then splice it all together, and we have a platform on top. Then slowly assemble it layer by layer. But as the height of the tower rose, construction is also becoming more and more difficult. To solve this thorny problem, engineers prefabricate components directly in the factory, then transported to the construction site via the Seine, and then steam-powered cars and cranes transfer the pre-supported parts directly to the tower for installation. To ensure adequate safety, when the construction height reaches 100 meters, the engineer directly transferred the two cranes, back-to-back connection, received together, so they can balance each other. After the construction of the entire tower is completed, engineers moved the crane track again, cleverly transformed into an elevator track. Finally, it was successfully built to a height of 330 meters, the world-famous Eiffel Tower in Paris. In 1976, to break the world record Canada's decision to build a taller tower, engineer is now at the bottom, assembled a giant concrete 3 stories high, pouring template. The workers then pour the concrete from top to bottom, using hydraulic jacks to rise layer by layer. But as the altitude continues to rise, the tower is prone to shaking in strong winds. So the engineers decided to go straight to the cable, through the concrete, vertical and firmly fixed in the bottom foundation. Under the common reinforcement of nearly 100 olives, he will never be afraid of any cracks in the wall again. The 553-meter high CNTV tower, and it was built. With the development of the infrastructure industry getting faster and faster, our country engineer, we are also preparing to create one of the world's most unique TV tower. However, due to the soft soil on both sides of the Pearl River, the foundation must be stabilized first. For this, engineers drove the base directly into the ground, deep rock is, and then dig multiple vertical paths around the foundation. As the workers dig down, constantly seal the surroundings with concrete rings to prevent moist soil from falling into the shaft when drilling into bedrock, and he's putting concrete fingers into it. Finally, put in the steel column for integrated curing, and the thickest concrete column in the center, mainly used to install elevators and stairs. It is divided into 5 plates from top to bottom, including equipment rooms and viewing galleries, etc. 24 steel columns curving around Taschen. It is the core that supports the entire tower. The advantage of this irregular shape is that it can resist super table seam. It can effectively reduce the impact of snails, reduce sway, improve stability. However, this unique design style, it also poses a deadly problem. Due to the excessive force on the narrow middle, it is easy to cause the steel column to bend and break. So the engineers came up with a great idea. They attach loops directly to the steel posts, lock and increase the ring lock density at the narrowest point in the middle, so the strength of the tower will be very high. During the entire construction process, engineers also borrowed from the Eiffel Tower, using assemblies and cranes to assist with successfully built this behemoth. At the same time, around the central concrete, there's a long ventilation duct. In the unfortunate event of a fire, powerful fans can quickly blow smoke outside the tower. That in turn bought the insiders time to retreat. September 2009, the Canton Tower is finally completed. His height reaches 600 meters, successfully broke the Guinness World Record. It can be called a great miracle in the history of human architecture.